Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper, and today I'll be doing my top 5 least favourite galaxies from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, with Mario Galaxy 2, as a game as a whole, I do enjoy it. When you compare it to the original game, Mario Galaxy 1, I feel like I prefer Galaxy 1 out of Galaxy 2 because Galaxy 1 was the first game in the Mario Galaxy series, or the duology, and I think it has some really fun things that the game, that the sequel kind of took and just made it its own. But I feel like Galaxy 1 has a lot of strong galaxies and strong levels, and so does Galaxy 2. But I feel like to me personally, I feel like there's a lot more memorable galaxies in Galaxy 1 than there is in Galaxy 2. But that's just my opinion, and in today's video I'll be going over some of my least favourite galaxies that are in Galaxy 2. So for number 5 is Rolling Coaster Galaxy. Now this is one of the many motion controlled based levels in Mario Galaxy 2 as well as Galaxy 1, and this is like one of the final few galaxies you get in the game, because this is the galaxy that's one of the galaxies that you get in the special world once you've defeated Bowser for the first time. And as I said before, this is a galaxy that's based on motion controls, and you have to basically control the star ball to the start of the level to the end and get the star. The thing that what I don't like about this level is that it's kind of narrow packed, and it's not as fun as some of the other galaxies that have this sort of mechanic, because there's a galaxy or there's a level, I don't remember which galaxy it's from. I think it's Melty Mountain Galaxy in Galaxy 1, in which you have to carry the ball from the start of that area to the end, and the entire floor is lava. And there's this big circular spinning thing that's about halfway through that area of the game, and that is really fun. It makes the game, or that part of the level, more intense. Whereas with Rolling Coaster Galaxy, it's just the going down a coaster, and it's also based. It's also kind of like Rainbow Road-esque, kind of like the ones from Mario Kart. And the purple coin star for that level as well is not the fun one, because you had to collect 100 out of 120 purple coins, plus the one that you get that's in the ball when you enter the level. And yeah, it's really difficult to try and get 100 purple coins, because one, the gap is quite narrow on some parts of the level, and there's like about halfway some bombs that you're trying to avoid, and if you do hit one, you'll lose all of your momentum. And there's also one purple coin that's above a narrow part of the level, and that's really hard to get, and it's not really more my favourite motion controlled levels. For number 4 is Wild Glide Galaxy. Now this is another motion controlled based galaxy, and it's okay, I guess. It's not, again, it's motion controls, and I think that Galaxy 1 handled the motion controls better, because it had the rolling ball and the manta ray levels, and those were really fun. I didn't mind them. I think they were quite fun to play around in. But with Wild Glide Galaxy, I think this galaxy is pretty boring in my opinion. Again, it's just motion controls, and you're just going through a forest, and the missions that you do for this level is quite boring, kind of, because the first one you do is basically a lesson in how you fly around unfluttered, which is the bird you ride on. And then the second level, or the second mission, is basically a race. And we have seen other races in previous Mario games, not including, or including Mario Galaxy, maybe Odyssey, Mario 64, and this is just another race level in a motion controlled galaxy, and it's not really fun enough to play around in my opinion. For number 3 is Flipsville Galaxy. Now, Flipsville's Galaxy is one of those weird, interesting levels, but because it's all to do with gravity, and the way the gravity works is that there are these grates on different parts of the galaxy, and if you ground pound on them, you'll flip underneath, and then the gravity changes, and the whole galaxy is in these sort of room houses areas, and it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's like, again, this is another basic level that feels it kind of feels there just to be there, because to me personally it feels like that Nintendo was running out of ideas for galaxies, and they just came up with some from the bottom of the barrel, and I feel like Flipsville is one of them. One of the missions is quite interesting though, with the whole gravity concept, that being the boss level of this galaxy, and you have to try and hit its stomach where its weak spot is, and is always just on all fours, just walking about. And this is probably a really fun concept of the fight of the galaxy as a whole, because you have to try and hit the weak spot, and that's a really fun part of the galaxy. I just hope there was more stuff to do in this galaxy in terms of using that boss in that level as an example. For number 2 is Mario Squared Galaxy. Now, this galaxy is a reference to one of the levels in Toy Time Galaxy, I believe, in which it's basically a giant Mario planet thing, and yeah, there isn't really much to talk about this galaxy. I think the missions are basically purple coins and silver stars. I believe those are the missions, and yeah, there could have been so much more, and it's just one thing, because again, like with Flipsville, I feel like Nintendo were really scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of making galaxies, and Mario Squared Galaxy was just there, and the developers thought, let's just put it in this galaxy at the very end. We'll just throw it in there. And when you compare Mario Squared Galaxy to some of the other galaxies, I feel like there could have been so much more in that particular level, or something. Maybe a boss fight, maybe a boss fight surrounding the whole Mario Squared Galaxy as a whole, because there are platforms in which they shrink, and yeah, and then maybe if there was a boss fight, I wish there was a boss fight, because then that would make the galaxy more interesting, and you had to try and trip the boss into falling down one of the holes that's created by the platforms, maybe. But I feel like that could have been maybe too easy. But I think that could have been a whole lot better than just having silver stars and purple coins. So yeah. And for number 1 is Stone Cyclone Galaxy. Now, Stone Cyclone Galaxy, like with Mario Squared and Rolling Coaster Galaxy, is a reference to or brought over from Mario Galaxy 1. With Mario Squared Galaxy, it's from Toy Time Galaxy. With Rolling Coaster Galaxy, it's a reference to basically all the ball star levels from Mario Galaxy 1. With Stone Cyclone Galaxy, it is from Beach Ball Galaxy. I think it's the secret star, I believe, in that galaxy. And it's just basically this giant stone pillar in the sky, and there are 2 black holes, one on either end, with water going through each one, and a bunch of thwomps and womps and stuff like that. And yeah, there's again, I think this is one of the galaxies that because this is a secret area in the original Mario Galaxy, and that was fine. I feel like I think that this should have been a different galaxy. Maybe if Nintendo, because again, I don't know how to feel about this galaxy, because this is one of the galaxies that just doesn't feel it should be in Mario Galaxy 2. It feels like more like a Mario Galaxy 1 level, and there's nothing really important or amazing to this. It's just a galaxy or level from a different galaxy in the first game, and I feel like there should have been a whole lot more in the final few galaxies in the final world in Mario Galaxy 2, because the only two galaxies that I actually, or maybe 2 to 3 galaxies that I remember from the final special world is the Boss Blitz one, the galaxy, I think it's Switchville, where you when you shake the remote and those blue and red blocks switch colors, depending on which one depending on what you shake, and the Grandmaster Galaxy. Those are really fun galaxies. With the other ones like Stone Cyclone Galaxy, it feels like it was just put into the game just because, and it doesn't feel like it should be there. I just feel like it could have just been another galaxy, but Nintendo ran out of time and just thought, let's put in Stone Cyclone Galaxy, just because. So yeah, overall, I'm not a big fan of Stone Cyclone Galaxy. It's just a copy paste into this game. So yeah, it feels a bit boring, and I feel like another galaxy could have been in there. So that's been my top 5 least favourite Super Mario Galaxy 2 levels, or galaxies. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.